Well, welcome back to Carolina Saltwater Living, y'all. We are in the cook shack again today. This is where I spend a lot of time, y'all, this time of the year. Love the wintertime cooking in here on the Pit Boss. And I love cooking on the Camp Chef. Frying up fish in the summertime when we catch it fresh out of the ocean. But there is something that I have been wanting to put in this cook shack for quite some time. And now I have it. It's a Bighorn Outdoors 12-inch pellet wood-fired pizza oven. And it's not just a pizza oven, but it works great for pizza. And I hear a whole lot of other things too. We're going to unbox it today. And I'll show you putting this thing together, and we'll do a test burn on it because I want to see if it gets up to the actual 750 degrees Fahrenheit in 20 minutes, like they claim. Let's get this thing open. Get my handy dandy multi-tool out. Lisa bought me years ago. I use this thing all the time. It lives in my pocket. I really need a new one. It's starting to get a little banged up, but it's going to work out perfect for opening up this heavy box, y'all. This is not a lightweight cooking apparatus. It's pretty heavy. Manual. It says to read the manual first, and I actually do, y'all. At least skim through them to see what's going on, especially if I got to put anything together, and I got a feeling maybe I will. Plenty of cardboard and styrofoam. Okay. It's like Christmas time, y'all. Packaged well to prevent damage in shipping. And I'm struggling, but I'm getting it. Make sure I didn't leave anything in the box. Appears that we are good to go. Get that out of here. Get it out of the plastic. Can't find a seam, just rip. Looks like there's several goodies, styrofoam down in here too. This is the little tray that the pellets go in. That's pretty cool. It's ventilated so that your pellets can get the air it needs. They need to burn. Slap that back in there. See if we can get all this plastic off. Because there's stuff inside of it here. Well, it is packed in here tight, y'all. Good packaging. There we go. Fold up lids, fold up legs. Good. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of putting stuff together here, which I'm a fan of. Can't stand it when you purchase stuff and spend 3 hours putting it together. Insulated door, it appears, for the front of the oven. More trash to get rid of. Go ahead and put these legs down. Oh, that's going to fit perfect up here on my red oak cutting board. Cool. It's pretty slick, y'all. And then on the inside here, Here's our chimney. Box of goodies. More styrofoam. It's like a chimney cap maybe. And a really important part, your pizza stone right there. All right, got a little different angle from a little higher down so you can see here. We're going to need to put the chimney assembly on. Fortunately, I have this little multi-tool, so I should be able to use it instead of going to get a decent screwdriver. Actually, let me get a decent screwdriver. Not that this won't work, but something a little better. Screwdriver obtained. Now we'll open up this cardboard box and see what kind of goodies are inside that we're going to need to set this thing up. What do we have here? Appears to be something to do with this end. I'm thinking it's going to look something like that. Wooden handle for the pizza door. The only thing I can figure is that is a scoop. Maybe a rain cap, but a scoop. Set that over here. I also have a more traditional scoop, since we are Carolina saltwater living. Nice seashell. That's the scoop. This has got something to do with something. I'm thinking an ashtray. Not the smoker's kind of ashtray, but an ashtray that you put under here. Can't smoke anymore, y'all. Can't smoke since the 80s. Or maybe that was the 90s. Pretty sure that was Obama. Can't remember. And I don't have any clue what that is, so I guess it's time to pull out the instruction manual. Let's see if there's a parts list. Aha! H. This is H. It's an ashtray. I was right. Winner for Matthew. 10 points on the board. Let's see what this little thing is. F. Firebox assembly handle. That sounds important. Yep. Look at there. It works. You could just store that right inside the firebox when you're not using it. Looks like it'll fit. Let's see, what else do we have here? The fuel hopper. The chimney, or chimney. Some people say it different. It's going to go right here. Look right there. I think it's going to lock into place. It is. It's got little dimples on it. Ah, it's got that thing on the inside. She's locked and loaded. And you can tear it down really quick if you're taking this thing camping, y'all. This will be a great camping tool. You ain't got to carry any propane with you. Not that you couldn't. You can retrofit these things. They sell the parts to make it either electric or gas, like propane. But I wanted the wood-fired pellet. I love pellet smoke. All right, chimney installed. Didn't even have to read the instructions. Pretty self-explanatory, y'all. Get the handle assembled. And it's gonna go right in the front. Screws right in there. Perfect fit. I like that it has that wood handle, because if not, you burn yourself with this. It's like on a wood stove, you know, wood home heating stove. Got to have that wood on there, or at least a springy handle. But I like that. You can tell there's got to be some type of fiberglass batt insulation in there, like it's in a home heating stove. to hold that heat inside of this cooker. Doesn't appear that any of the rest of the stove is insulated, but it's not going to need to be because you got that stone right there, you got the flame on top. This is going to be a quick cooking machine. All right, got something here, got to figure this out. It's a poker. I guess you just poke anybody you want to with it. Or maybe you're poking the fire. I think that's what it is. You're poking the fire, stir it around. Make sure it's combusting properly. I'd say that's what that's for. All right, let's open up the chimney cap. Check that out. Slides right down in the center. I like that. Provides some protection right there on top. And like I said, I believe that this, I don't know if this goes on here. Nope. Fits right down in the center. Nice little cap, rainproof if you want to leave this thing sat up outside. Notice, please remove this hang tag before use. Do not use indoors, outdoors, use only. Do not use the barbecue in a confined or habitable space. That's pretty much common sense, but they got to put these things on stuff because people have done it before and burnt their place down. Do not store flammable materials near this product. The only thing flammable you want on this one are your wood pellets on the inside. Do not attempt to move the product when it's hot. 1,000 degrees is what it should get up to. Keep children and pets at a safe distance from the product when in use. You don't want a barbecue bingy. Ensure the product has a minimum of 2 meters overhead clearance. We have it. And has a minimum of 2 meters clearance from the surrounding items. We've definitely got it because it's sitting up here on top of this cutting board and there's nothing around it. Neighbors coming by on the golf cart. I just love this stuff, y'all. They look at me like, what is he doing back there? He's talking to a camera. So's about 99% of America these days. Okay. On to the, I'm just gonna rip this cardboard. The pizza stone itself. I just went to the convenience site the other day and got rid of a bunch of cardboard. Now I have more. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's even got Bighorn imprinted into the pizza stone itself. And that's going to slide right in the front. Oop, let's slide it in where I can see that Bighorn. Go. It actually sits up off the bottom about that far for good airflow. I'll get you a picture of that. See right there? A little bit of an air gap underneath the stone. On the sides too, so you're going to get good even heat. Pretty cool. And you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, it's kind of dark. Slide the camera up in there. Maybe you can see it. There we go. See that flue? That's going to be where your fire comes out and your smoke and your flame coming out to the stack to come out the top. All right, move that out of the way. And it looks like I got to undo these screws, which is why I got the screwdriver to start with. There's a little washer right. Nope, not a washer. Take these screws out. The little spot welds on this thing look really good. All right, straight in. Don't lose the screw, Matthew. Don't lose the screw. One screw. And 2 screws to hold this in place. And the handy dandy ashtray slides right underneath. Somehow or another. Alright, I wasn't holding my mouth right. I got it in there now. And when this thing's hot, oh, you know what? There we go. That would have been easier if I'd just used the handle. That's to pull it out, push it in. Alright, time to light a fire, y'all. Using the firebox. And I'm going to use the little scoop that they sent. It says to put about 10 ounces of hardwood pellets into this thing. I'm going to go with that amount. I doubt that's quite 10 ounces, but we're going to give that a whirl. And I have never used these little fire starter things before, but we're going to use them today. Lisa picked me up some off Amazon just for this. We used to make our own homemade fire starters back when we had the big homestead. All different kinds of ones. I'm going with, all this is compressed cardboard and probably some paraffin wax. Get it down in there. It says to put it towards the front, so that's what I'm going to do. Grab my lighter. Man, that was quick. It says as soon as you light it to put it in there, so that's what we're going to do. It says to shut that, but I'm going to leave that open for a second and see if we get a decent flame. We're cooking! Flame on, y'all. You can see it. It says to let it go for about 5 minutes, top off your pellets, and then close everything down. Then we're going to start our timer for 20 minutes and see if we can get to 750 degrees, as Bighorn Outdoors claims. Less than 5 minutes in, we got a pretty good flame. And it says to top this thing off up to the top of the hopper. So that's what I'm going to do. I would say you probably don't want to just flood them in there all at one time, because you might kill it. I don't want to put my face too far over it. There we go. Let's let it catch up again and then we'll add a little bit more. Definitely don't want to flood them out. Still got smoke. That means there's fire somewhere. Definitely are ready to go ahead and do this. Says fill the hopper up, so that's what we're going to do. This thing's going to burn for a while. This is quite a bit of pellets to put in here. It says to go to the top of the hopper, which is up here. But honest to goodness, y'all, for this, we're not going to need to go to the top of the hopper to get this thing up to temp in 20 minutes. I'm right here on the hopper, at the throat of the hopper. Let's let it go, just like it is. Give it a second. We'll shut this back into this down. And it'll be flame on again. We're definitely rolling smoke. So we'll shut that down. Get the lid and put it on. Oh yeah, smoke rolling, smoke rolling. Now, how does this thing go on? It appears that you go up and under. Oh, I see an issue. I see one little issue, one little defect from shipping. You know what? I got something to fix that. My handy dandy multi-tool. we can bend that sheet metal right back out to where it needs to go. Let's see if that didn't fix it. All right, up and in. Look at that, perfect. Let's get 20 minutes on the clock and see if we get up to 750. While we are getting up to temp, let's check out what else they sent to go along with this. What good is a pizza oven without a pizza peel? Check that out. Now I'm professional. Pizza, slide it in. Steak, slide it in. Fish, slide it in. Whatever, slide it in. We are exactly 20 minutes into the burn, and you can see the flames coming out. It took about 15 minutes for this to start burning pretty clean. Now it's burning off any of the oils from the manufacturing process. You want to do this before you cook anything. We're going to take this lid off, and we're going to see if we reached 750 degrees, or was it 1,000? I think it was 750. We're going to find out. Carefully remove the lid. We're going right in the center. 475 Fahrenheit is what the stone is currently. 500 at the back. See the soot? We'll get you a close-up. Check out that flame, y'all. That's what's going to cook your pizza, your burger, your steak, your veggies, whatever. It's going to cook it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Get one more reading right here on top of the stove. It's actually hot enough. It's about 200 degrees right here just on top of the stove where the flame is. You could put you a sauce pot up there. You're stirring some marinara or something. See what it is coming out the stack here. 787 degrees. I would say that we have achieved what they said it would achieve. If you're looking for an outdoor cooker like this that you can run off your pellets, you've already got a pellet stove, a pellet cooker like we have. This is ideal, y'all, and it's economical. It's not expensive at all. In the description will be a link to buy your own if you want one, and I suggest getting one just off what I have seen right here. When the power's out, we're going to run it. Don't have to worry about firing a generator to run the pellet stove. We can run the Camp Chef on propane and this on pellets and cook really anything you want to cook in there. There's plenty of space for cooking. I bet you I could cook a small roast in here. Maybe we'll do that on the next video. Gonna be some cooking videos coming out with this. We appreciate Bighorn Outdoors for sending this out. I believe they are the original outdoor pizza oven company. Guys, y'all have a good day and a great week. Lord willing and the creek don't rise too high. We'll see you on the next one. And you'll be seeing me cooking a bunch of stuff back here with this as time goes on.